Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on March 5, 2023. Treasures from new digs reveal that Pompeii is far from frozen in time. Canadian teacher placed on leave after months of debate over size Z prosthetic breasts. CPAC 2023 Live. Trump vows to stay in 2024 race if he faces charges as he argues, prosecutors get crazier. The Independent. CPAC speaker calls for transgenderism to be eradicated. Rolling Stone. CPAC speaker sparks alarm with call for trans people to be eradicated. The Independent. The 8 most bizarre lines from CPAC 2023. Thank you for this. Lifeguard praised for telling girl to leave San Diego beach after bothering sea lions. I woke up with a Russian accent. Doctors have no idea why. The Independent. Texas woman wakes up with Russian accent after surgery. Punch newspapers. Woman diagnosed with foreign accent syndrome after waking up from surgery with 3 different accents. Genevieve Lhermitte. Belgian mother euthanized on anniversary of murdering her 5 children. The Independent. Belgian mother slits throats of her 5 children and 16 years later chooses to die by euthanasia. WION. Belgian mother who killed her 5 children euthanized 16 years later. Hindustan Times. Genevieve Lhermitte. Belgian mother who killed her 5 children euthanized. BBC. Mum who slit throats of her 5 kids is euthanized at her own request. Andrew Tate's team claims he has a dark spot, most likely a tumor, on his lungs. The Independent. Influencer Andrew Tate, facing human trafficking charges, has lung cancer. NDTV. Andrew Tate seriously ill as leaked medical record hints at lung cancer. Birmingham Live. Andrew Tate shuts down cancer rumors, is accused of recruiting politicians to his cause. ABC News. Is Andrew Tate suffering from lung cancer? The doctor says. Israeli protest Netanyahu's legal overhaul plans for 9th week in a row. Sky News. Israelis rally again to protest government's judicial overhaul. Al Jazeera English. 4 protesters detained at anti-overhaul rally in Jerusalem. The Times of Israel. Israelis protest legal overhaul plans for 9th week. The Independent. Israelis protest judicial reform for 9th week. Donald Trump vows to stay in 2024 race if he faces criminal charges. The Independent. Donald Trump vows to finish what we started in speech to Republicans. The National. Trump says an indictment would not end presidential campaign. The Independent. Trump begins his final battle. Greece to wrap up search at train crash site as anger simmers. Reuters. Greek train crash, court date for station master delayed amid angry protests. The Guardian. Greece train crash protests turn violent as victims identified. Channel 4 News. Protests grow after Greece train crash. Reuters. Greek train crash may have been due to outdated signaling system, investigation finds. Ocean Treaty. Historic agreement reached after decade of talks. BBC. High Seas Treaty. Agreement to protect international waters finally reached at UN. The Guardian. Treaty ahoy. UN states agree historic deal to protect high seas. Al Monitor. What is the UN High Seas Treaty and why is it needed? BBC. UN High Seas Treaty finally agreed to protect vast swathes of planet's oceans. Audience in Delhi openly laughs as Lavrov says Ukraine war, launched against Russia. The Independent. Russian ministers claim Ukraine war, launched against us met with laughter. The Guardian. Russian diplomat Sergei Lavrov provokes laughter with claim his country is victim in Ukraine war. Sky News. Russia's foreign minister calls sanctions blackmail at the G20. Euronews. Watch. Russia's finance minister slams the US and NATO in New Delhi. China sets modest economic targets as it seeks to bounce back from COVID woes. The Guardian. China sets 5% growth target to drive economic recovery. Financial Times. China sets this year's economic growth target at around 5%. The Independent. China's modest GDP growth target reduces need for more stimulus. Bloomberg. China sets modest economic growth target of about 5% for 2023. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.